first? Mr. C is asking for volunteers. Hey,
Hi,
we're live on
Mr. C.
Facebook.
Hi, honey.
This is a typical conversation between comics backstage. Who's on first?
Why can't I
Who's
see
on second?
Mr. C?
All right, here we go. I'm Wild Joe. We got Mr. C, the enforcer, dressed as Mickey or Minnie Mouse and showing off his long tongue. Very healthy looking tongue there.
There's a long tongue here?
Yeah. We're going to have a fun show. We got our first married couple. I'm still very impressed with Mr. C's tongue. Wow. And
Wow.
we got Carol Newell, as usual, looking very red and ruddy in her red room.
I'm following your lead, Carol.
Yes.
There you go.
We got our first married couple, Judy and Bob. I love that. Or Bob and Judy.
He's so excited, the asshole. Look how excited he is.
Judy, your name just says Judy. You might want to change your name there so you add a little Bob in there with you.
Just as well as he's on no media.
All right. Christopher Porter.
Yes.
And Kerstin, I don't remember your name because it's not written.
Also Porter.
That's what I was thinking, but I'm like, I must have that wrong. So we got a brother.
I just don't want to confuse it. There can only be one Porter.
Okay. Well, you never know. With this show, you get all kinds of weird mixes. So anyway, let's get started with our theme song by the late and great GT Topolian. R.I.P. GT. Talking about the dive bar scene, wanted to get out there and have some fun doing comedy.
I wake up when the sun goes down. I wake up when the sun goes down. I wanna do some comedy. I wanna do some comedy. At a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar. I can't say what I wanna say. I can't say what I wanna say. Uncensored. Dive bar comedy. Dive bar comedy. Dirty, bad, nasty 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 comedy. Dive bar comedy.
That's the way it is.
There we go.
Right. That's like one of Mr. C's notes. Just holding that note forever. That's Mr. C style there. All right. Let us talk to our favorite tech guru, Carol Newell.
Yay!
She's always live on the scene. She's got her hands in mini pots and she's out there doing shows almost every night. So Carol, how's it been going? What's going on out there on the street?
Well, we did Pan Pacific last Saturday, and then we did NoHo Diner Saturday night. Of course, I did my Zoom show Sunday night, and then Monday I did San Pedro open mic, and it was much warmer than the week before. Thank God, because it was ball chilling cold last week. And then, so we have Dive Bar tonight. And then Roomy Cafe is coming back next Wednesday. It's going to be an outdoor cafe show. It's very nice. It's in Studio City on Ventura Boulevard. And the food is good. And they have heaters outside there in the ceiling. So that's nice. And then Thursday, of course, Griffith Park open mic, which you've been to. And then back to Pan Pacific again. And then also February 20th, Carpool Comedy coming back again. Another month of Carpool Comedy. So yeah, wow. That's all the shows and maybe a couple more in between.
Carol, I'm having a hard time memorizing all that. It's very fast. Where can people go to see your show schedule and your flyers? The World's
You can
Best
find
Laugh?
everything at the World's Best Laugh, or you can just DM me and I'll tell you all about it.
All right. Well, I appreciate you going out there and keeping the comedy scene alive, because I see people that have been stuck at home this whole time just writing and they're anti-Zoomers for some reason. And they basically stopped comedy for like almost a year. And I'm like,
That's
hey, there's
crazy.
still people doing it. Go outside. I mean, you can find it if you really look for it.
Yep.
So, you
A lot
know,
of people
Carol, you're
stopped
one
a
of
lot
those
of things.
people.
Mhm.
Anyway, all right. Well, as for me, I think I updated some people. I had a breast cancer diagnosis. I started chemo yesterday. I'm still
did that
feeling
go?
fine.
Good.
It was actually very relaxing to be away from the kids and just laying down in like a cozy hospital bed for like 7 hours. You know, the side effects are supposed to kick in around day 3 to 4. They're different for everybody. They give you a lot of anti-nausea pills and different things like in case you have a side effect. And they also said I'm clear to smoke weed because people are recommending that, which, you know, that's not that too far out from my nature, but it's probably, I know how I'm going to handle that a lot more than some of these weird prescription drugs. I'm trying to keep it to a limit how many things I'm drugging myself up with. But
Would you do edibles or smoke pot?
I don't like edibles so much because to me it's strong. Like I would rather smoke. I feel like I know what I'm getting when I smoke. It's instant. I don't have to wait an hour or two for it to kick in. So I'm gonna go the old-fashioned bong route and filter out the impurities with some nice clean ice water. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I do like that weed is legal. We don't have to fake it anymore. We don't have to say it's for medicinal purposes, which was what everybody was doing for a few years. And that's how I had my license. I said, oh, my back hurts, my neck hurts, you know, whatever. But now you could just text or call somebody and they'll just deliver it to your door. It's pretty awesome. So
There you go.
anyway, give me an excuse to start smoking weed again, if that might happen. We'll see. And the babies, I had to stop breastfeeding the babies. That's another excuse to start smoking weed again. And and no, I have not had a double mastectomy yet. This is just going back to my natural flat as a board double A look. I was enjoying the breastfeeding boobs for a couple of years there, but no more. So we'll see. If I do end up having surgery, which I will at some point, there's different choices. And one of the choices is double mastectomy, and you get to choose whatever size boobs after that, all paid by insurance. You could use your natural tissues, or you could use an implant. There's a lot of choices. May not end up with any nipples. So it could be Barbie boobs. I don't know yet what's going to go on with that, but a lot of choices in the future, you know, so I'm kind of glad I'm starting with chemo because I don't have to make all those choices right now. I have some time to look at a lot of pictures online. So anyway, and also, one more thing, my hair is gonna go. They say like 14 days after you start, it starts falling out in clumps. So I am preemptively cutting it all off, turning it into hair extensions, and I'm going to do that live on Facebook. Set a date. I made an event Saturday morning at 11 a.m. You can watch me cut off all my hair. I'll be like chuck, 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 really short down to the root.
Dang.
And maybe I'll leave it an inch long like Carol's or something like that, but it's going to be pretty much gone.
We'll be
Saturday.
twinsies.
We'll be twins. I could dye it bright red. Maybe I'll do that. Have a couple weeks.
My mother's hair is red too, by the way.
And then just let it fall out from there. So
maybe Bob and I will do it too.
Yeah, that's my update. It's pretty crazy. So 2021 is not really looking up for me. I thought 2020 was the worst it could get, but it is just beating after beating. So anyway, let's talk to some of our guests and see what's new. I'm going to left to right on my screen. I've got Heather Dragulescu. I haven't seen you in a long time.
I know.
Out in public in a real life bar doing real comedy shows.
It was.
So, what have you been up to lately? Have you been doing any shows?
A few here and there. I decided, you know what's great in a pandemic? Moving to a different state. Like that seems like you know, also let's do it in the middle of summer. And let's go from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. Like that seems like a really good idea. So that was Very treacherous and awful. I don't want to move again for a very long time. But guys, the houses in Vegas, it's like 2 wooden nickels. I mean, you get a mansion. You can't
Heather.
beat the price.
Okay, I haven't been to Vegas for a while. I used to spend a lot of time in Vegas. It was like a second home. I was going out there a lot. I heard that not much shut down, that people are still out there gambling. I heard the strip clubs are still open. I mean, what's really going on there? Because that doesn't seem right.
No,
But I
the
have
strip
a stripper
clubs.
friend who's been stripping through this whole pandemic just by traveling different cities. And I'm like,
Yeah.
are you serious? Like, it's open. Like, even when they do the 6-foot rule, I just don't believe it.
That theoretically, since November, strip clubs have been shut down. It's a little sad to see. They did dim their lights.
Since
It's very
November?
sad. Yeah.
Like 2 months ago?
Yeah.
So it was
But-
going for this whole time until
Not
just
the whole
November.
time. I think that
A
they
long
reopened this
time.
summer. Yeah, they shut down for like 3 months, like
Okay.
solid shutdown.
Okay.
And then everybody's like, the mafia is gone from Vegas. I don't buy it. I think they're still there. And
They're never gone.
yeah, and they were like, hey, Sisolak, our governor, you need to reopen these casinos. Like, come on, let's get going. So they opened in the residential area. People are well behaved. It's y'all from California. I'm not part of you anymore. It's y'all that are ruining things on the strip. Like, have you seen when they had such a huge fight? They did facial recognition on everybody who was in this giant fight, and they're going to find and sue every single person. For
Really?
that fight. Yeah. Yeah.
What are they fighting about?
pissed. Who cares?
And how do you facial recognize people wearing a mask, or just nobody's wearing a mask? It's
Oh,
full of
no.
anti-maskers out
They're
there.
not wearing a mask. Girl, there's a video from the Flamingo where one non-mask wearing woman tore off the top of a mask wearing woman.
What?
So, because you can't get any COVID from boobies. Like, that's gonna be fine. But it was insane. Like, there's so many fights, and it's because like the rates are so cheap and nothing's open in California. California's just flooding into Vegas and causing all the problems. I'm just gonna put it out there, guys. It's not us, it's you.
Wow.
So,
Changes everywhere.
but they've been doing facial recognition since the 90s, like their computer systems. Like, it's better than
Yeah,
the FBI.
but now with all the masks, it's going to make things a lot harder. I mean, my phone can't even recognize me
yeah.
anymore, So I gotta lock this door. The babies are coming in. Anyway, so Heather, where are you originally from? I know most people haven't met you yet from our show.
Oh, I'm originally from Los Angeles, born and raised.
Oh.
So yeah, this is the first one. It's not the first time. I actually moved to Vegas for a while, many, many years ago. So it's coming back to Vegas again. And I plan to come back to California when everybody leaves and things are cheaper.
Yeah.
When the kids are all grown up and I can rub it in their face that I live on the beach, that's when I'm going to do it.
All right. And how'd you get into comedy?
I just woke up one day and decided I was going to do it, and I did it. And then here I am.
Great. How long have you been doing it?
3.5 years now, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were pretty new then when we used to have you on our shows. I think you were out at Universal Bar and Grill, if I remember.
Yes. And then
correctly. That was probably 2 or 3 years ago.
I think so. And then what was the weird one? God, was there one called like Lotus Bar?
Lotus Lounge.
Lotus
Lotus
Lounge.
Lounge. Yeah, that one too. Which I think you were at, our dear
at all
wonderful
of them.
host. Well, our host too.
And Mista C was at all of them as well. So
Oh, was
we're
he?
just
Okay.
keeping it-
Great.
I'm pretty much everyone I talk to, like 85% of the people I have on this show are people from our bar shows in real life. I'm just
awesome.
going back to that same list and just keeping it alive because I know
yeah.
we're all home and we all want to get out there and do comedy, and this is the closest thing we can do right now. So I'm sticking with the
Totally.
dive bar regulars that I
it-
know from the real scene.
Keep it going. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not miss the warm Diet Cokes at the Lotus Lounge. I'm going to, though I have my warm Coke Zero here, but I don't miss paying $3 for a warm Diet Coke.
Yeah, dive bars are a lot more fun for drinkers
Yeah.
than they are for Coke drinkers.
Yes.
But yeah. Oh, well, I'm happy to see you.
There's-
Happy to see your face and reconnect. This is fun.
You too.
All right. Let's see. Who else we got? We got my Christopher R. Porter. Don't forget that middle initial.
Mhm.
There you are in your classy bar.
It's It's a very classy bar. I only go to classy bars.
Oh, what have you been doing these days? You still in LA or you traveling the world? What are you doing?
Yeah, no, I'm still in LA. I when I'm not doing this, I teach tennis for a living.
Tennis?
Yeah.
So how's the tennis instruction during the pandemic? Are people just going full on with it, just wearing a mask or what?
Yeah, a lot of people are scared still. A lot of people are pretty scared. But they're scared, but they're also tired of being with their children. So.
Oh, you're teaching children or you're teaching adults?
I'm teaching both, and they're
okay.
Yeah, they're willing to have their kids out there just as long as they're wearing masks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're on the other side of the net, you're far away from them. I mean, you're very far away. You don't come up anymore and do like the close adjustments on their hands, or you do, but just wearing a mask.
Only with the hot women.
Oh, you come up behind them. Yeah. The classic.
Yeah. But it's not as if they with that mask on.
So it's more verbal instruction and less hands-on now.
Yeah, it is. And I'm a little scared to get close to people. So it's
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a tennis court is pretty big and it's outside and you're in the open air, so it doesn't seem super dangerous.
No, it's not bad. It's not too bad. I don't dread it. I don't feel like I'm gonna die. So that's good.
You're out there getting exercise and fresh air and all of that. That's great. Now my kids did swim lessons over the summer, which is different because it is very hands-on and up close, and the teacher wore a mask, but you know, there's a bit of trust involved because if she had caught it from some other student, I guess, you know, that would be a danger. Yeah. But we didn't catch it then. We didn't catch it till December. So
Oh my God.
And now we feel invincible because we all already had it. So it's a great feeling to be over it. But
I missed the bird.
Anyway, yeah. So for Christopher, can you tell the people how you got into comedy, where you came from originally, and what got you started?
Yeah. I had always thought about it. It's actually my sister that got me in. I was teaching tennis in Florida, and some guy had a class. You know, when you first started, you don't know, especially years ago, you didn't know what do you mean people teach a class, you know, and then I took a class and had a really good set the first time. And then I sucked for like 3 months straight. I just ate it for 3 months straight. I remember specifically. And I remember this comic coming from the road came into the club and they said, do you have anything to say to these people about the road? And he said, don't do it.
Don't do it. Oh man.
Yeah, and he was serious.
That's what I told everybody after I had kids. As soon as I was pregnant, I was telling my sister, telling everybody, don't do it, don't do it. And then sure enough, like 5 people all of a sudden get pregnant within a couple of years of me because my babies are so cute. They don't realize there's a lot of pooping and crying and, you know, sleepless nights involved. So, yeah.
Uh-oh.
On that one, I'm more of an LA comic myself. So, yeah. So, where were you originally when you started comedy, or before? Where did you come from, Chris? Did I miss that?
I'm from Lake Tahoe.
Where?
Lake Tahoe.
Oh, Lake Tahoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
That's where I went to high school.
Okay.
Yeah. I still miss it up there. Used to skiing. Yeah, it's a fun place to grow up. Used to ski to my doorstep.
Yeah, that's beautiful summer or winter. I love, like, kind of opposite of Vegas. Vegas is horrible in the summer and horrible in the winter as well. But
Yes.
Lake Tahoe is beautiful in summer and winter. And there's a little gambling scene there too. So, you know.
Learned how to turn into a compulsive gambler.
Oh, yeah, you could play slot machines, and they have a comedy scene. I mean, you know, I have nothing but good things to say about Lake Tahoe. So great. Well, welcome to our show. I can see you're in a nice swivel chair. You look like you're comfy.
Yeah.
And can't wait to hear what you have to say tonight. It's fun to see you again. All right. Let's see. Who's next? Kerstin Porter. No relation.
No, no relation whatsoever, but I came from Tahoe too.
No.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you may be a relation and
Yeah.
you just don't know.
No relation. What?
Huh.
I just have
All
lots
right.
of relatives I've never met.
From Tahoe with the last name Porter. I don't know.
Might be.
23andMe or Ancestry.com and you might find your match. You never know.
It'll lead me back to Christopher.
Yes. Be one of those stories like I found my long lost sister. So I actually on 23andMe I found my long lost grandmother's real father. I found out that my grandmother was raised by a man who was not her father. He was what they call a, how do you say it? Cuckold? Like a fake, like her mom says, yeah, this is your kid. But he didn't know that really the real father was like Giovanni, some Italian guy, or his brother. We've kind of narrowed it down to one or the other of these two brothers. And we got the dates and we really figured it out. And I guess I even talked to my mom. I guess my grandmother had some doubts as to whether her father was her real father. And we found out now after she's long dead that in fact, that was not her father. And there's a whole branch of the family tree out there, all these Italians who I met a lot of them, all of their ancestors, and we talked and I heard stories about them and it was very, very interesting. A lot of family secrets are coming out like 100 years later. So, yeah.
And everybody gets the cool 23andMe stories. My family is boring.
Aw, nothing wrong with being boring. That means they're not liars. They're not faking a life and telling this guy, yeah, it's your baby, and just don't. Yeah, that's your daddy, dude. So,
Hey, you can make your own stories.
That's true.
yeah. Until they find out.
My
the
last
truth.
name's Porter. That's going to be the new.
So, Kerstin, you're from Lake Tahoe also, and what got you into comedy?
I lived in New York, did the whole sketch and improv thing, and then decided to do the stand-up thing because it was at one of the clubs I was doing improv. Did it, it was all right. And then my friend Kerstin started doing it and I wanted to hang out with her more, so I got stuck.
So you're Kerstin and you had a friend Kerstin?
Yes.
Is this a true story? Okay. And then what happened to Kerstin?
She's not Kerstin Porter though, just to be clear. There is
Okay. What happened to her? Did she make it big or is she still doing it or what happened?
She's still
to this
doing
other
it.
person?
She's
Oh,
doing
okay.
it way more than me.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of famous Kerstins. I thought you were going to say, and she was Kerstin Wiig.
And she's Kristen Lucas.
Yeah, there's a lot of famous Kerstins for some reason. But wow. All right. And what have you been up to now? What have you been doing this last year or so?
I've been one who snuck into the writing world and didn't go out so much. I'm one of those.
Like writing what?
Writing comedy, writing pilots, writing sketches, just writing a ton.
Okay, cool.
By the way, Kerstin Lucas is watching on Facebook, you guys. So yay!
Oh, and we're talking
Secret
about
shout out.
Wow. Any other things? I haven't been looking on the Facebook page. Carol, is anything else interesting happening in the comments or anything we should know about going on the Facebook conversation there?
Howard Aronin is back again. He watches almost every week. Love
Aw,
him.
hi, Howard. Great.
Yeah, and we have now we have 7, but we've been up to about 13, and then it went down. And
we're losing people.
so
We better get interesting. We better get
also my
interesting
friend,
fast.
shout out to Marilyn Monrovia. She's watching. She's one of my new comedy friends. So hey, Marilyn.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now we got Judy and Bob. Even though
Bob
it
and
just
Judy.
says Judy.
Joe, I
Judy
feel like I'm on the
Cianciotto,
Discovery
aka
Channel.
Judy Ann, and Bob Nissen.
I feel
Nissen,
like pissing.
Nissen, not to be confused with a Nissan. And
That's right.
you guys are married, although you have different last names. So you're not the Porter and Porter. You're the
No, and yeah, we're gonna keep
you're
it that way
confusing
too.
people the other way around.
Joe,
So-
I feel like I'm on the Discovery Channel, like coming up to the camera, looking at them
Well, you look
I'm
like
like,
you're
what's going-
on the Discovery Channel.
like an
right
animal
now.
that sees a camera and is just going up. This is like my 4th time. This is his first time on Zoom.
I used to be
Wow.
a porter.
Wow. All right. So since you guys
Wow,
are our
this is
first,
great.
since you guys are our first married couple, I'll ask you a special question.
Oh no, how
How
special.
did you
Just so
guys
know,
meet? How did you guys meet? And how did you realize there was a romantic spark between the two of you that
we
might
met
turn
on
into
the
something
elevator.
more?
We met on the elevator.
What
And
elevator? What
in
elevator?
New York City, we lived in the same building. We met on the elevator.
Okay.
And people always say that's so romantic. You met on your elevator. That's so romantic. I'm like, no, I should have gotten off on my floor. I really should have.
So Bob,
And I got naked. I'm naked right now, Joe, just so you know. This is the closest we've been naked. I'm naked
you're naked under your clothes. Okay.
from the waist down.
Let Bob
I
talk.
keep telling her
Let
to put
Bob
her
talk
mask
for a
back
minute.
on.
I'm afraid having you guys in the same square, I'm never going to hear a word from Bob. So Bob,
All right, I'm going to shut
how
up
did
now.
you
Go, Bob.
know? How did you know that Judy was your special, delicate flower that you wanted to spend your life with?
Delicate.
Well, at the time, I was unemployed.
Oh, shut the fuck up. He's out of his mind. Okay, so let me tell you.
No, Judy, I asked Bob.
Can I say
This
something?
isn't the Judy hour. This is the Judy and Bob hour. Okay, Bob.
Thank you.
Just
Thank
so you know, real quick, we're comedians.
Oh,
He came to a
Judy can't
comedy
stop
club
herself.
because he wanted to do comedy, and he said, "I got to go meet Judy because she's a comedian and I'm a comedian." That's what happened.
Okay, who was the comedian first? Who was
We're
the
both
comedian
class
first?
clowns, but I started first. I was doing it a year before he did it.
And then you met, and you were already both doing it, right?
I was doing it.
Okay.
I'm still
Bob?
waiting for that romantic spark.
He was
Bob
dabbling.
Judy seems a little abrasive now. I'm sure she was more sweet and gentle in her earlier part of the relationship with you.
Well, I gotta
So-
say that when we had our first dinner, she farted.
And is that the moment that you knew she was the one, or was it
I
a silent but deadly, or was it a loud and proud?
Oh, I heard it, and she was like, "Oops, sorry."
And I had an orgasm too.
At the same time? That's probably what did it for Bob.
That was it.
He's like, if she's
It was
that
love ever
easy.
since.
Wow. Okay.
Hey, Joe,
Yes.
what makes you think that I was not sweet and
Okay, first of all,
gentle?
you won't let him speak at all. And then when you talk about him, you always talk about how much you hate him. So I just wanted to let Bob give his side of the story. I'm
Thank you.
offering him a chance to say something nice about you, and you're just stepping all over him so he can't say a word.
All
But
right,
it's okay.
I'm shutting up now. Go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
but we
Go-
can't leave half of the screen. Since you don't have your own square, we got to let you both talk. But anyway, I was letting
ahead.
Bob say something.
There was a good Bugs Bunny cartoon years ago where the guy said to Bugs Bunny, "Shut up," and he kept, "Oh, I'm going to shut up. Don't worry about it. I'll shut up. Don't worry." And then he went, "Shut up, shutting up." That's what I feel like telling Judy.
Ah.
Shut up.
So I'm going to speak for Judy for a second, because Judy told me that the quarantine has actually brought your relationship closer, and that she feels like she gets along better, and this has been a wonderful thing for your relationship. How do you feel about that, Bob?
I think there's truth to that.
Aw, aw.
Yeah. I still am happy that when she goes out. Judy goes to the dollar store all the time, and usually when someone goes to the dollar store, they come back and they say, I got this or I got that. Judy says, I got into an argument.
Oh,
I got into an argument with a guy who wasn't wearing a mask. I called 911.
Inevitably, I go to Ralph's or 99. I get in a fight with somebody. It just people are just gnarly. It's not me.
Yeah.
I don't start the fights. I don't.
Judy, I'm thinking you might want to change your name to Karen.
oh,
No, that's okay. Karen.
Judy
who?
likes to call people out on their bad behavior. It sounds like.
Who's Karen?
It's a name for somebody that likes to snitch on black people. So you're not, right? It's like a typical
Carol,
white
you're
girl
taking
who
it
likes
into
to
a whole
snitch
other
on
direction
white
It's
now.
the
people.
complaining lady. It's the lady that asked for the manager. Can I get your manager? You know,
Can
it's
I
the
speak to
ask
the
for the
manager?
manager.
That's right. That's right. I helped an older woman who somebody was harassing, so I was being helpful.
Okay.
Just so there, Bob. That was the
I
fight.
also
Hey,
want to
Chris,
say for you, Judy, that Judy is a good Samaritan. She feeds homeless people. She's always looking for ways to volunteer and to care for others in the community. And I'm sure Bob helps her out too. Can you guys speak to anything that you've done recently in a helpful way toward people? Because I know you're always talking about great things you're doing. You have
I'll let
like a
Bob
little
talk about
street
that.
of
We've been
homeless
doing it
people
3
that you
days. We've been doing it 3 days a week now since the pandemic.
Wow.
Doing what?
We go out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We go to the Salvation Army on Hollywood Boulevard, and they'll give us anywhere from 10 to 20, 30 bags of food, and we go around and hand them out. We have like a couple of places like on McCadden that we go to all the
There are
time.
people that can't walk up to this place on it's on Hollywood Boulevard by the 101. People can't walk up there. They're in wheelchairs. They're sick. I mean, you can't even, you've seen it. How many tents have gone up? I want to come to Vegas. when I heard it was in Vegas, I'm like, wow. Rough
Yeah, if
around
the
here.
strip clubs are still open, I want to go too.
You know what strip club is still open? In New Jersey, Bada Bing. We're Sopranos, they use Bada Bing. They had
Bada Bing.
Joe. They actually had an outdoor strip club next to Bada Bing. They had a pole and they had picnic table.
Wow. Hey, gotta do it. But
I gotta
winter
say,
in New York is brutal. Have you guys seen the movie Hustlers
No.
with Jennifer Lopez? The
Yes,
movie
yes, with
Hustlers
Cardi
with
B.
Jennifer Lopez about being strippers. And I watched it thinking it'd be one of those corny, cheesy stripper movies like as per usual. It was like dead on exactly what it's like to work in a strip club. I
Just
was
so
like,
you
having,
know,
like,
that isn't exactly
flashbacks
what
and
it's like.
deja
'Cause
vu. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, everybody that wants to know what stripping is like needs to watch
That's
that
not what
movie.
it's all like, though, Joe. Joe, there's high end.
Well,
That's like high end.
It was like,
you
I
have
couldn't
middle-
believe how realistic it was to
Yeah,
what
that
I've
part.
seen. The whole
That
thing.
part is. But then they have blue collar strippers.
Oh yeah,
Like my
yeah.
girlfriend is,
I'm
and
not
she's
interested
not
in. I
high-end.
always stuck to the upscale.
Well,
Where's
good.
the best club in town?
I just
Where's
want
the
you to
most
know there's some of those
beautiful
other
women
girls
in the-
around.
You know, I
Yeah,
would
they
go
wear
to the
hard
best
hats.
of the best wherever I went because why stoop low if you don't have to?
Yeah,
But,
that's not.
but
all
Well, I
yeah.
don't think stripping is stooping too low.
No, I'm saying if you have a choice of the top end club and the low end club, you know, I don't go low, but
I go low
There's
end.
more
To tell you.
low-end
That tells you a
clubs.
little bit about me. I'm a blue collar girl. Bob is going to up, Judy. Don't say that.
Oh
So,
my
Christopher,
gosh.
I wanted to tell you something, Chris, real quick. I had a comedian. You said it took 3 months. You said 3 months. I had a comedian, Rich Jenny. 2 years he bombed until he finally said, I'm going to make a commitment. He was amazing. So 3 months is great. When I heard you say that, I'm like, don't worry. 3 months is nothing.
So Bob and Judy, I saw you guys doing your live shows out at the Irish, the Wren Theater, the Irish gift shop, and that was in danger of closing. What's going on with that?
Doing a show on the 14th for Valentine's Day.
Aw,
Outside. You know,
it was fun. You had a great audience there when I went. It was in the parking lot. You had seats set up outdoors. You had like a lot of UCLA students, young people there, and
weren't they great?
It was super fun. Yeah.
You did fantastic.
Thank you. I saw D-Bev there. I saw him again recently out at the Lexington. Every time I see D-Bev, he's got a different girlfriend and they're all over each other. Like month to month, it's a different girl, but they look like they've been in love, like it's like the one, but it sure changes a lot. But
and remember how she started screaming at everybody?
Yeah, she got mad at me for being white. She was like, I forgot who it was. I don't know, but she started talking during his set. She was talking on the phone all loud in the front row and just ignoring his set. And he had to stop his set and be like, wow, I'm getting heckled by my own girl. It was a rough.
Terrible.
It was funny, but rough.
Joe,
yeah.
Bob and I started out in New York City. You know, Bob came to LA with me, but we both started our stand-up in Manhattan.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you guys toured, right? Bob?
Yeah, we went on the road, met Oregon, Washington.
She's wrong again, Joe.
What are you talking about?
Okay. Okay, correction.
Where am I wrong?
I started doing my comedy like for real, like about 2015, because I broke my foot
Oh,
and I really had nothing else to do. So Judy said, "Why don't you just start doing
Then you started
comedy?"
taking seriously.
I mean, I did it before that. I did like twice
Oh.
a year. I did it like twice a year for 15 years.
oh, I didn't
And
realize
he's a real
that.
comic. Like, could you imagine?
You're very,
Real
very funny. Yeah.
Hey,
Thank
Joe,
you.
we
Huh.
went to
Excuse me. Will you shut up?
Oh, I don't want to
we
see
went to
more
Medford,
fighting. This
Oregon,
isn't the
Joe.
99-cent store, Judy. Okay.
Joe, listen, we were at Medford, Oregon, and this
Uh-huh.
is the first time he came on the road with me. And he started doing impressions like Gilbert Gottfried.
no.
I'm like, you do these impressions? I said, who are you? No, he's doing great. I'm very happy for him. It's you keep at it, you start it, you have a great time. Just, you do what you love.
Aw.
She wants me to
You
do
guys are
impressions of she wants me to do impressions of like Archie Bunker. I said, Judy, nobody knows Archie Bunker.
Well, he
You know what
does
I'm-
it well, so
You know what I'm talking about over there, huh?
he does Dave Chappelle. You do impressions, ass fight.
I'm gonna say topical. All right. Well, it's gonna be fun to see your guys' duo act. How about we save you guys for last as our closer, because I know you might need a
Great
little
meeting all
extra
you guys.
time. All right,
Okay.
Mr.
Great.
C.
I did have some notes. Tracy McDonald says hi to Judy, and
Tracy, oh my God.
Kristen Lucas has revealed that Kerstin wears wigs.
Okay. I'm so confused. She's
That's on
not
the Facebook feed.
Kristen Wig, W-I-I-G. It's Kerstin wears wigs. So
Yes.
my theory was off.
Your friend is telling on you, girl.
So tell us, is this
Beautiful.
hair that you're wearing now a wig, or is this your real hair? Or you'll never tell? Oh,
Never tell. Never tell.
Okay.
He looks
Well,
gorgeous.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I got some wigs ready for when I go bald, and I got a lot of really long, lots of hair kind of wigs. I think I'm not going to be too subtle about it. We'll see.
Woo!
It's going to be like Rapunzel. All right.
Nice.
So, Mr. C, you have any updates or announcements you want before we start the show?
Hi, Mr.
Nah,
C.
nothing special going on in my life. I slept away this whole weekend like a loser played video games. It was so eventful.
All right. Well, we've got I don't know who wanted to go up first, but Carol can do a set tonight. She hasn't been up in a long time, and then we'll go from there, and we can close it out with Judy and Bob. So let's get this show rolling.
Woo-hoo.
All right, great. So that's right. It's the Dial Bar Comedy Show. We're about to jump into these stand-up sets. All the comedians are going to lay it down to the ground like somebody got a heavy pound in their packet that comes around. You get what I'm saying? You guys ready for the Dial Bar Comedy Show? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. So we're going to jump it off real quick. We're going to go with one of our family favorites because it looks like everybody's a family favorite. This particular comedian, I love this name. As you know, I got my ears on. I'm feeling like I'm in character, and it reminds me of Halloween. And one of the favorite characters in Halloween is Dracula. And this lady sounds like she must be the daughter because her last name is so beautiful, so elegant, so deep, so dark, and so passionate. Her comedy must match. So are you guys ready for that kind of comedy? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. So let me get a clap for Heather Dragulescu.
Ooh. Such a good pronunciation. Yes, my name's Heather Dragulescu. Dragulescu is Romanian, where Vlad Zepes, the bassist for Dracula, comes from. It's actually, I'll translate it for you. It means I married an immigrant. So my name, first name Heather. I actually was born and raised in Los Angeles in the San Fernando Valley. It's like totally awesome. And like all 80s Heathers, I am obviously blonde, fit, and popular. My mom is Korean and my dad is white, and they met at a cultural exchange program called the Vietnam War. So I guess you could say my dad got yellow fever and my mom got a green card.
Oh, nice.
Oh man, I will tell you, it is strange growing up with two cultures, okay? For instance, Americans are very much about self-sufficiency, pride in our country, rah, USA, and Koreans are crazy. Let me explain. We have some interesting customs and traditions. For instance, they believe if you shake your leg, you will shake all of your luck out of you.
Mm,
And guys, I was an anxious kid.
mm.
But come on, I'm 41, doing Zoom at 9:30 p.m. comedy Tuesday. It's fine, right? I turned out fine. Nothing happened. They also do things like if you wet your bed in Korea, you have to take all of your bed sheets and go door to door in your village and beg forgiveness from all your neighbors. Yeah. Guys, remember, I grew up in LA. My mom was like, oh, Hedra, don't worry. Just stay North 101, West 405. You'll be fine. There are similarities though, like on lucky numbers. Here in America, it's 13. In Korea, it is 4, which is the original word for death. I was born in July, so I am a Cancer. On the 4th, so I'm also a demon. When I was 4 months old, I was being babysat by this older couple, and the guy took me in the bathroom to change my diaper, and I guess I dropped a bomb because he died on top of me.
Oh my God.
Weird.
Yeah. So the woman came in and took me out from underneath him and made sure I wasn't hurt or traumatized or would kill again. I guess you can say demon status confirmed. I did not go through this craziness alone, though, guys. I do have an older sister. My mom refers to her as the Korean daughter, while I'm the American daughter. Can we guess which one's the favorite? I'll give you another clue. We both have Korean names. My sister's name translates to the phrase eternal beauty. It's gorgeous, right? Mine translates to the number 2.
Uh-oh.
You know, that universal colloquialism for taking a crap. I did get the Asian brain though, so I am good at math and bad at driving. Asian brain, Wonder Bread loving white body. My sister got the Asian slim body and the white brain, so she's dumb. Not dumb, I guess. She's just Asian dumb. That's white people smart. I became a parent a few years ago. I adopted my kids from the People Pound foster care. Yes, I actually found them on a website, guys. And I'm an Amazon Prime member, so I get 2-day free shipping. It would have been next day, but I couldn't hit the $35 minimum. My oldest daughter is now 15, and she made the volleyball team. Yay! As a libero. Didn't know what that was. So somebody explained it to me. On a volleyball team, you have a striker and they strike the ball. You have a blocker and they block the ball. And the libero sucks at volleyball. Yeah, they put on a different colored shirt and stand her in the back. And the only thing she seems to be serving is attitude to me. My middle child is my son, and he dresses in a fashion style I like to refer to as hobo chic. He has this sun-bleached hoodie that is now brown, and the other day the stain on his arm, I was like, what is that, dude? And he looked and went, bird crap.
Oh,
Yeah, and guys, I don't get it. I really don't get it, because like, he's really into like self-care. Like he takes these really long showers. He always wants to go to bed early. He's always asking for like new socks. What is it? Guys, I checked the Google history. My son was looking for girl on girl action. He spelled it Lazybans, lazy beans. And Google gave him what he wanted. Which makes me so mad, because how many people are spelling lesbian lazy beans to screw up the algorithm?
Wow.
I'm a good mom though. I taught him to spell it correctly. FEMINIST.
Hmm.
He got a whole bunch of new photos. Did not stop him at all. I would like to take this moment to formally apologize to Justice Ginsburg. I'm so sorry. RIP RGB. Guys, thank you. It's been so much fun tonight. That is my evening. Stay for the rest of the show. It's going to be a great time. Back to you.
Yeah, no applause for Heather Dragulescu. Blah. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. I love it. That was great stuff and whatnot. And I love the fact that she was adopting some of the kids. It's like one of the things that I get frustrated with a lot of famous people about. Now they go get kids from Africa and all these other countries. It's like it's a bunch of kids right here waiting for somebody to pick them up. So congratulations and a round of applause.
Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And I love that the boy loves to taste of bird crap. I like that. My kind of kid. That is my kind of kid right there. I like that guy. All right, another round of applause, everybody, for Heather Dragulescu. All righty. So we got 4 ladies. We got 2 dudes, but one of the dudes is mixed with a lady. So I think that might be something that's just downtown late at night. So we're gonna do that one last. So next we'll come on another lady. This wonderful lady right here is actually also from where was it? Lake Tahoe. Ooh, yeah, Lake Tahoe. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you something. This lady's last name is so good, it travels through other people's name. Like her daddy was a Papa Rolling Stone. You got to be real excited about this one. It's spread from left to right, top to bottom. Are you ready for this next comedian? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. So let me get a clap to the lady of the lake. The lady of the lake. The lady of the lake. Wait, I want to make sure I said it right. Oh, there. I'm make sure I say it perfectly right. The lady of the lake, Kerstin Porter.
Thank you. Wow. So I am not so lucky. I don't have a family. I don't have kids. I have gone through this whole pandemic thing by myself and quarantined by myself. And when you are alone that much, you do strange things. I have started talking to myself and talking to plants and talking to men on OkCupid. I know it's kind of crazy to be dating at this time right now. At least that's what all of my committed people, all my friends who are in committed relationships tell me. And they tell me how dangerous it is right now to be dating, even though they forget it has always been dangerous. We have always been, forced to ask these questions of, who have you been with? Have you been tested lately? And did you wear protection when touching your mother? Okay, maybe not mother, but, close enough. So I kind of sort of have started seeing someone and thank you. So I have a question. People wait 13 weeks before telling everyone they're pregnant. I'm not pregnant, just to be clear, I'm not pregnant. But so people wait 13 weeks to, announce that they're pregnant because of the risk of miscarriage. And so I'm wondering, when is it too soon to announce that we're official, because of misconstruing the whole situation? I think it's going well. For him, I was dating, I was going out with this guy, and he said because I was an actor, he was scared that I would get naked in front of the camera, and he wasn't okay with that. And I don't really know why he was so nervous with me getting naked in front of the camera, but I also probably should have stopped wearing nude spandex on all my Zoom meetings, but I really like it. It's comfy. I'm not the greatest with relationships. I've tried to do friendships too. And when I first moved to Seattle, I thought I finally made a friend. And he was like, "Oh, a friend? I thought you were gonna be my girlfriend." And I was like, we could still be friends, right? And he said he didn't have time for more friends. So I was like, hey, give up on the whole girlfriend thing, and then you got tons of time. Maybe talking to me. Okay, so side note, I was thinking about this with the whole pandemic. We really should have made beans the mascot of the pandemic because, okay, they reinforce social distancing. They're a great COVID test, and they're a great form of entertainment. You can learn a new skill, like how to make a song out of it. Or, you could just also learn how to put mute on for Zoom, which I found is actually really helpful in a lot of these Zoom meetings. So what I do production, which is starting to open back up, and I'm able to do it again, which is awesome. Yeah. And I've learned a lot with production. I've learned of all the different ways you can make coffee and all the different ways that people will complain about that coffee. They're very creative. So over this last year, I made a web series. I wrote 6 pilots. I acted in a feature film. But still, the one thing that impresses everyone is that I can carry a pop-up tent and set it up by myself. As a woman, that is impressive. I was on the shoot, and the producer said that she needed a man because they needed somebody to drive a big truck, a big van. And that's not the first time I've heard that. I've actually heard that quite a few times. I just wish that producers would stop getting these big vehicles that require a penis to be inserted into them to drive them. Just get one that doesn't have that. So I work on set, and usually it is mostly with men. And the other day I was on set, and this guy comes up to me and he asked me if he could steal a squirt. Then he clarified that he meant a squirt of my hand sanitizer. Yeah. So it turns out it's not only dangerous to date, but it's also dangerous to not think before you speak. He is fired. No. That's it for me. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Applause for Kerstin Porter. All right, the Lady of the Lake. I can already picture her hand coming out the lake with a sword. It's just beautiful. Lady of the Lake. Outstanding. We're glad to have her. Excellent job once again by another one of our comedians. Now we're gonna keep it going back to back. This next gentleman coming up right here is actually going to be a type of a sibling. Once again, let's close it out one more time for Kerstin Porter. And keep those claps going, because we got another gentleman come to the stage. He is actually most likely the long-lost brother of her trifling-ass daddy. So you're going to enjoy this back-to-back family special that's coming to the stage. This gentleman is also from Lake Tahoe, so I guess he's the man of the lake. I don't know. I went to public school. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Reading's not our thing. So this next gentleman coming to the stage, she about to lay it down too, keeping it cool. I noticed earlier he had his camera low so we could see the top of his head, so the ladies can know what's gonna be stuck in their stomach at nighttime when he does the thing. So you guys get ready to give me a clap, 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 clap. Oh, let me look at it again. I want to make sure I say his name right. Because that's the ultimate question. Oh, yeah, okay. He got a long name. So he got one of them long-ass names and whatnot. So his parents, they must have actually read a few books. So they're like, oh, we're not going to just call him Chris or C-Dog. They gave him this long-ass name. It's got like 27 letters in it. So guys, get ready and put your hands together one more time for clap, clap, clap for Christopher Porter.
Woo! All right. First of all, being an extremely light-skinned black man, I'd like to wish all my brothers and sisters a Black History Month. Happy Black History Month, everyone. Yeah. Actually, we're talking about the name Porter. I My name is Chris Porter, and I paid. I've been doing this Ancestry.com thing. I paid $89.95 for them to tell me that I'm halfway between eggshell and beige. My last name Porter comes from a French word portier, which means doorman. Doorman. The only thing that makes me feel better is when I talk with my good friend Dick Dishwasher. Very good. Yeah. Let's see here. This pandemic is getting on my nerves. Is it getting on anybody else's nerves? I'm now the CDC is telling people not to have sex. Seriously, they're telling people not to. But if you do it, you're supposed to do it from behind and with absolutely no kissing at all. In fact, they're telling people to pretend that you're married. Yeah. You know, I feel bad for the kids. The innocent kids, they don't get to experience a normal life anymore. You know? So you're like 11, 12 years old. You know what they call a game, spin the bottle now? Who's gonna kill their grandparents?
Oh.
Wrong. Let's see, the birthday coming up. Yeah. So I've been thinking a lot about death. Yeah. And so they said that the best way to go is to freeze to death. Because that go into a surreal dream state. What they never mentioned though is that the dream is always about a small space heater. That's never-ending nothingness, which I can relate to because I just drove through Barstow. They had all these people on this special who, like myself, I've actually had a near-death out-of-body experience. Theirs were all, you know, amazing and fascinating, mysterious and everything. Mine was kind of a letdown. I went towards the white light and I asked God what my purpose is here on earth. He said it's to give love, to receive love, and to become a Taco Bell manager. I'm not liking this getting older. It sucks. Really sucks. I'm hoping that there's another life after this. I really do. I believe in reincarnation. The thing is, you just don't know what you're going to come back as, do you? You know, I could easily come back as a cockroach under a refrigerator.
Mm.
I'm just hoping I come back as a good-looking cockroach. Cockroach pussy. You know what I mean? Yes, you don't. I saw this relationship specialist on TV the other night. He said that the best place to meet women, a laundromat.
Hmm.
Guys who don't own appliances. Like one of the hottest women I ever met was when I used to do my dishes down by the river. You know, I find on these websites, on these profiles, that you'll find so many women that they don't know what to say. Try to be something for everyone. They'll say stuff like, "I'm comfortable walking on a sandy beach, as well as climbing a steep rope. I'm comfortable wearing cutoff jeans. It's a beautiful evening gown. I'm comfortable sipping a nice glass of beer, as well as shooting black tar heroin."
Oh my.
Oh.
Yeah. And then the one thing I see the most often is, I see this all the time in the profiles. I swear to God, 50% of the time, guys must be terrible. I see this. Must have good hygiene. Must trim toenails. Must brush teeth and bathe daily.
Mm-hmm.
This is my competition. I don't get it. I'm constantly sending these women photos of me bathing. Let's see here. I was thinking about some of my jobs I've had. I was talking about I teach tennis for a living, and I also used to wait tables. Anybody heard of wait tables?
Yeah.
Thanks. Even if you make it up, thanks. I used to wait tables, and my niece, she's an excellent waitress. She's like 19. She's excellent already, and it's a hard job. I was terrible. I was so bad that I'd end up having to go for pity tips. You know, it's my first. We're way Anderson. You know, but after a while, I became really good at it. I'd say stuff like, "I apologize for never burning your kitchen. My wife is sleeping with another man. I'm sorry I never brought your silverware. Not as sorry as I felt being beaten on a daily basis till the age of 8. I feel bad about your cold soup, but not as bad as I felt looking at old black and white photos last night of my mother before she hung her. A little too dark. All right. Well, as you folks can probably tell by now, I am in therapy. Yeah. My therapist says that I have to stop using drugs entirely, or at least limited it to recreational use. So now I'm only shooting my heroin while boating. I just saw my dad. He's a terrible alcoholic who's in horrible denial. Like last month, I told him that he had to get an AA and get a sponsor. He's now with Budweiser. I'll close on that. You guys have been fantastic.
Yeah. Right, another round of applause for Cristobal Orporte, my light-skinned brother from another mother. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Classic work. Good stuff. Dropping jewels, bringing it from left to right. We got 2 more comedians coming to the stage. Next comedian coming up in a little bit is going to lay it down. My man Chris, once again, is chilling, meeting the hoes online. That's what you should be doing, Chris. Good job. So give another round of applause for Chris R. Porter. That's right.
Get it? Hurry up.
That's what I'm talking about. So the next comedian coming to the stage, she is known as the hardest working woman in Los Angeles. You can go outside anywhere, at any time, at any day. Go to a coffee shop, go to a bar, go to a random park. She is going to be there laying down comedy for the LA comedy scene. So you got to be with it. Are you guys ready to hear the world's best laugh? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Clap, 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 clap. For the lady of ladies, the goddess of goddess, the woman of women, Carol Newell.
Oh my God, you guys, 2020, am I right? It's the worst, right? I got the trifecta in 2020, you guys. I got COVID. I lost my job of 19 years. Well, it's not lost. I know where it is, but I'm not there anymore. And I lost my husband, you guys. Also not lost. I know where he is too. On the mantle. Guys. Actually, all 3 of those things turned out to be blessings, I think. Because here's the thing, like we were separated for a year before that, so now I just don't have to get divorced. Saved a lot of money. And I found another job closer to my house, better benefits, nicer people, so and the same amount of money. So that's good. And then of course now I have immunity to everything for the next 90 days. Guys, I can't catch anything, not even a bus. Yeah, I'm immune to everything. I can do whatever I want. No, not. That's not how it works. But I am immune to COVID. Damn it. Here's the good news though. He did quit drinking for good. Yeah. He's not gonna be drinking anymore. I'm saving a whole lot of money on vodka, you guys. Yeah, so God bless his heart. We we were separated, and I was dating a bit before he passed. And you guys, I started dating black guys about a year ago. And that's,
Yeah.
the rumors are true, you guys. The rumors are true. Yeah. Once you do go there, you will not be going back anywhere else. It's the best ever. I dated on this app, you guys, which has been weird. Dating on apps is weird, but I guess that's what the kids are doing, so that's what I'm doing. And it's all black. It's BLK. It's all black guys all the time, which is the best. So I noticed this trend, this weird trend, like 25 to 35-ish guys. I keep seeing this on their profile. It says good vibes. Looking for good vibes only. And I'm like, what is with the good vibes? I'm looking for good D. That's what I'm looking for, not good vibes. Yeah, I found out, you guys, it's the same thing. Good vibes is the code word for the good D. So now I'm swiping right and looking for good vibes. Yeah. So yeah, I've been dating around. I kind of sort of might have met somebody. I don't know. I've been dating during the COVID, which is very strange. Like, there's only two kinds of guys really during the COVID. There's the guy that you just met today and he wants to hook up tonight, and that's not safe. And then there's the guy that you've been talking to since last February and you still haven't met in person. But I did get lucky and find one that was willing to come out of their house and meet me. So we've been seeing each other. I don't know if that's going to work out, but hopefully. All I know is the vibes are good. Oh, yeah. I've been essentially working, you guys, this whole time. I have not stayed home. I have not quarantined until I got the COVID. I got the COVID for Christmas, you guys. It's not what I asked Santa Claus for, but that's what I got. Right on Christmas Eve. Perfect timing. I got to spend all the holidays at home, in bed, in my room, alone. Not fun. Yeah, Christmas, New Year's, all of it at home, in bed. But you know, what are you gonna do when you get the COVID? Luckily, I did have some friends that helped me keep my shows going, so that was good. And then I returned to my shows on January the 7th. And it's been gangbusters ever since, you guys. I'm like 110%. I felt like I've never felt better in my life. It's either that or the good vibes. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I am an essential worker. Been essentially working the whole time. I did not stay home. I did not quarantine. I just kept doing comedy and kept going to work every day until they fired my ass. Here's the thing, you guys. I know this is not the face of gangster rap, you guys, but I totally listen to the gangster rap. I call it the gangster rap and the Facebook and the Instagram, because, you know, I'm over 50 and that's in the AARP rules, you guys. Once you're over 50, you have to say the. So yeah, the gangster rap, like, woke up quick at about noon, just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. Had to get drunk before the day begins, before my mother starts bitching about my friends. Yeah, I was at the old job. I don't know if this has anything to do with them firing me, but I was listening to the gangster rap at work, you guys. And my coworker came by and he's like, Carol, how can you be so black and so white at the same time? And I said, well, I'm an enigma. And he goes, you can't say that at work. That's racist. Oh. Millennials. Am I right? And I was like, no, I said enigma, not enigma. All right, thanks for having me, you guys. It's been a minute since I did some material here, so it was fun to do, and I love it. You guys, back to you, Mr. C. And I'll
Carol, you're glowing. You're
on Saturday
glowing
at Pan Pacific Park for a live show. Mr. C is going to be there, you guys, so come out for that if you're in LA.
Carol, you have the good vibes glow.
I
can
do, don't
see
I?
those good vibes emanating from your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
That
right.
and a fresh
Another
haircut.
round of applause.
Woo!
Right.
Take it away,
It's
Mr.
another round of
Steve.
applause for the hardest working lady, the world's best laugh, Miss Carol Newell.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. Wonderful lady. Definitely get out to see her shows, see the car shows, see the park shows, see the Zoom shows. Fucks with Carol Newell if you're in LA and you're trying to keep busy, especially if you're sitting home jerking off a lot like me. All right? All right. Excellent. Excellent. So once again, another round of applause just to close it out for Carol Newell. Right. So we're going to spin into our closing act. And this thing is T for two. I'm talking about two comedians in one. They're super talented, super experienced. This lady has been everywhere from New York to LA to Oregon to Texas. This man has been everywhere, those places too, and also inside her. So it's a very wonderful thing. Teamwork makes the dream work. So are you guys ready for this wonderful set of comedians coming to the stage? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, matter of fact, let's get emotional. Two people. I feel like Will Smith. Just the two of us. You can make it if we try. But then we argue and call each other assholes. So that's how it's gonna go. So everybody get ready. Give me a clap, 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 clap for all the people that run the Red Theater, Judy and Big Bob.
Woo!
Yeah, hey, thank you very much. Thank you so much. Listen, I got to tell you, I had this dream that Judy was yelling at me the other night. It was like more like a nightmare, and I just woke up out of nowhere, and guess what? She was. I'll wait.
He had to get that out. He says, I want to tell this first. You happy now?
I'm happy
What are
now.
you giving me dirty? He's giving me dirty looks the whole time, Joe. We're talking.
Never
He's like
liked
looking
her.
at me like, going, what are you talking so much for?
Never like blabbermouth.
Listen, everything opened up Friday, right? So we went
Yeah.
outside. I went outside to eat. And Bob said, let me take you out because we haven't been out. And I thought, he has been nice during the pandemic, which is why we're getting along. And at first I thought, this is really sweet of him. But then right in front of me, he's looking at another woman.
This chick, she was so hot.
Bobby!
She was so, even with a mask, she was hot.
She wasn't as hot as me.
Oh, come on, honey, you don't even have to ask that. You know the answer. She knows the answer. Let me tell you. But it's Los Angeles. I mean, what do you expect? It's Los Angeles. I'm only human.
It's kind of no excuse. You think to come to Los Angeles, everything's hot here.
This town is full of these young, hot.
Bobby!
I'm sorry. This town is full of these young, tight,
I'm tight.
uptight. There's a difference. Plus, this chick, she's wearing these really tight jeans. Not only that, she had them unbuttoned and pulled down a bit.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, you do, honey. But this girl does it to be sexy. You unbutton your pants because you can't breathe.
You see how he insults me? I would never do that to him. I never insult him.
Never insult me? You call me fat all the time.
No. I didn't call him fat. You know what I mean? As an insult. You know when you get mad at someone, you say
Not
something.
an insult.
I called him a fat fuck. That was it. I was mad.
She called me a fat fuck while we were fucking.
He's leaving out the good part.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
positive
Get
part.
off me, you fat fuck.
I say,
I can't breathe, you fat fuck.
I never said you can't breathe. I didn't push you like that, you fat fuck. I never did that.
I still have the hand marks on my face. Get off of me.
Let me tell you something. When he lost weight last year, he lost 40 pounds, right? I was so proud of him.
More like 4 pounds, and I gained it back
He gained it back. But when he
the
lost
same day.
when he lost weight, I was like, honey, you should feel great about yourself. This is something wonderful. And keep your double chin up.
Oh.
Keep my double chin up.
That joke's for me.
Keep my that supportive. Keep my double chin up. And I got to tell you this: it's hard for me to keep a straight face sometimes. When she yells at me, she starts to sound like Gilbert
Oh,
Godfrey.
here he goes with the Gilbert Godfrey. I do not sound like Gilbert Godfrey.
I want you out. I want you out of this apartment today. I want you to pack your belongings and get out. I'll wait.
You know, we're going to be millionaires right now with the impressions this asshole does. Are you done?
That was Jack Nicholson.
Do Jack Nicholson. Yes, do Jack
It was. Did you ever hear the movie One Flew to the Cuckoo's Nest? Great movie. But we saw it recently. I'm going to paraphrase, but there's a scene in there where Jack Nicholson doesn't want to get sent to prison, so he's talking to the therapist. And if he thinks he's crazy, he'll go to a mental hospital instead. And the therapist says, it says here that you slept with a 14-year-old girl. And Jack Nicholson went, yeah, but she was 14 going on 30, Doc. You know how that works, Doc. If you had that pretty little red pussy staring you right in the face, you would have done the same thing, Doc. Thank you very much.
Did anybody see One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? No. Okay, so
That's my Gilbert Godfrey.
yeah, the problem is the reason we have
Affleck.
reason we have dysfunction is because we come from alcoholic families. On his side, his mother, his father, his stepmother, he's screwed. Double whammy, triple whammy.
Sometimes when I was a kid, my mother would actually give me one of her drinks when I go to bed at night.
Still affects him today.
Yeah, because I'll go into bars and say, give me a bourbon on the rocks, please. And you know what? Make sure you put it in a sippy cup.
His mother, a gorgeous woman, but she drank a lot.
She was hot.
His mother was, that's kids say your mother's hot.
I'm sorry.
She was hot. Because she drank so much, she got married 8 times. He's 8 fathers.
It's true. 8 months. But it actually made for an interesting childhood because I'd come downstairs in the morning and say, yeah. And I go, hey, Mom, how are you? Well, who's this? This must be Frank. Hi, Frank. How are you? My name is Bob, and I guess I'll be your son for the next couple of weeks.
See, this is how he deals with his trauma. You know what I mean? Because
trauma. I tell you, trauma. Going to the bathroom when I was a kid.
I was going to the bathroom. That's big traumatic.
With 8 fathers? Ah, who are you? I'm your father.
So we're in therapy.
We were in therapy.
Oh yeah. Oh, this guy was crazy. Oh, they're nuts, these therapists. I don't know where they get the license from.
They're nuts.
This guy. How long did we go to him?
Like 2 years. We went in for 2 years.
2 freaking years.
Paid him for 2 years. You know what he said to us after that? After 2 years?
This is true.
I can't help you.
He fired us.
Like there's something wrong with
it. There's something wrong with this guy. That's why we go to therapists, for him, not me. I got it together. As much as I'm outspoken, I'm a little rough around the edges, Joe. But no, we go to these therapists, and this therapist told me to shut the hell up. I was like, why didn't you stick up for me?
Because I didn't blame him.
Let me tell you. This guy was so out of line. Listen, this actually happened. I said to him, we're here for help as a couple, right? He says to me in front of him, he goes, because he's planting negative seeds. He goes, he's not going to change. I said, he's here in the flesh. I'm going to give him an activity so he'll change.
There's your problem right there. That's it.
How am I the problem?
Because we start the session on the couch together. Me and her be on the couch together. By the end, me and the therapist be on the couch together while she's standing over us yelling at
Heather
us.
Heather knows what I'm talking. I can see it in her. She knows exactly what I'm. See, they're making my yelling a problem because
it was a problem for us and the rest of the building.
They push you until you're screaming. And I said to him, I said, listen, you men, you yell, you scream, you rape, you pillage, you start freaking wars. You're nuts. You're crazy.
Pillage? Wars? We're talking about therapy. Now you're talking about the Game of Thrones.
I have another therapist lined up.
Oh, great. A gauntlet of therapists.
Because he's a loose cannon. He can't control himself. He doesn't have a filter. Like I asked him his fantasy, right? That's just, a normal thing. You know what he told me? Oh my God, he said he wants to be with 2 women.
First of all, she asked me.
Lie. It's a good time to lie.
Second, it's just a fantasy. And a lot of guys have that exact same fantasy. They want to be with 2 women.
Yeah, but I'm not one of them. So we're going to another therapist. Who's that one we're going to go to? That one.
The woman?
Well, no, don't bring her up. See what I mean?
What I mean?
We went to 10 therapists.
Yeah.
And he brings up this other woman who was out of her. She favored him, and she showed it. We go into the session. She goes, "Hi, Bob." Hi, Judy.
So I want to go back to her.
I couldn't believe it. I said, this bitch, they should revoke her license.
I told her, I said, Judy will call me up 7, 8 times and then hang up the phone.
I never called him 7, 8 times. I've never done that.
6 times.
Joe, all right, listen. When you're in a conversation, you think you're making headway, and then he became combative. So I hung up so I could think it through.
In order to be combative, I have to be able to say a word. I don't say anything. She just yells and then hangs up. So we go to this therapist, and I tell the therapist that she does that. You know what the therapist said? This is what. Why do you pick up the phone?
This is the bitch. This is the bitch that likes my husband. I can't believe he talks about it. He knows. See, this is what I mean about loose cannon. He knows this bothers me.
You're gonna go back to her.
I swear to, and you know what he did to me one time? He shut off the phone. I couldn't get through to him one time.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my God, this is insane.
And this, I'm in New York. She's in Los Angeles, 3,000 miles away. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. Calling me up, hanging up. I unplugged I turned my phone off. Turned it off.
I snapped.
And this actually, like an hour later, my doorbell rings.
Carol.
I looked through the doorbell. I'm like, I recognize the guy. It's the pizza delivery guy from down the street. So I opened the door and went, can I help you? He goes, yes, I have a large pepperoni pizza for Bob. And please call Judy.
I said, you like pepperoni, didn't you?
I did. I called her up. I said, thanks. I was starving.
2 big pies. I said, you're lucky it wasn't a hitman.
Yeah. He goes, enjoy your pizza, you fat fuck.
No, let me tell you something. He grew up in the hills with wacko people. His father was a cheater. I mean, why wouldn't I worry? You know what I mean? He grew up with this psycho father. Who was that guy that this guy almost killed his father?
Who, Mark?
Mark Sanborn.
Oh, we had a neighbor. Yeah, he came over to the house one time. I'm 12 years old. And he's like talking to my stepmother, Kerstin. He's like, Kerstin, I just saw down. He's fucking my wife, Sandy. He's fucking Sandy. You tell that son of a bitch I'm gonna kill him. Well,
how do you grow up like that? I mean, how do you? That's why we go to therapy. There's things you have to heal, right? I mean, therapy is a good thing.
Made for an interesting story, though. Yes.
So speaking of marrying black men, I actually, he is so white. He's Danish, Scandinavian, milky white. I never thought that during this election, I have a what do you call it? A Trump supporter, a relative. I told him, I will leave my husband. If you vote for Trump, I will marry a black man. I will do it.
Is that it?
That's it. That was the.
Is that for Black, monthly week or whatever the Black month?
Black History Month.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you.
right. It's Black History Month. Yes. So I married a Danish guy, and is anybody Danish? Has anybody ever met a Danish person?
Actually, my friend is Black Danish.
Okay, thank you. Can I meet him?
So you got
All right, I got it. Listen, I have for Black History Month. I have a story. When I was a kid, okay. I got it.
Wrap it up, Bob.
I got it. My brother was 5 years older than me. He played on football. He had a black friend, and he came over to dinner, and his name was Milo, and nice guy. Okay, my brother graduated. 5 years later, I have a good friend, my best friend. His name is Dexter. He was a black guy. 5 years later, he comes over to dinner, and my father kept saying, hey, Dexter, how's Milo doing? How's Milo?
Thank you, guys. You've been great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Great. I just great seeing you. Joe. Thank you.
Round of applause for Judy and Bob.
Go, Mr. C.
Oh boy.
I love that. B-O-B, B-O-B. Love that stuff. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Another great set. And what that reminded me of was True Romance. Right there. That was love right there. That's what I'm talking about. I hope one day I have somebody to sit next to and cuss out. That's all. Because that's when you know you done found something. That's right. Sex smacks, you're married. You know, it's inconsequential.
You don't have to keep throwing that in our face, do you?
So that was actually our last comedians for the night. So we're gonna go over it. So round of applause to everybody before the night, everybody. God Bar Comedy Show. I'm just gonna do a quick acapella song. I'm saving my special stuff for the Valentine's show when I give you a little song. But we're gonna say that. We're gonna say that. We're gonna say that. We're gonna say that. We're gonna say that.
And I just say, Joe, we love you and good luck with everything.
Yeah, thank you, baby. And then we're gonna run through the names, and then Wild Joe's gonna take us out of here. Let's see. Okay. I want you back. I want you. 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 I want you back, girl. Heartbreak. Don't tell me how you gonna love fake. I wanna bring you to my fucking home. Make the gun spin like you're shining with the chrome. Gone. All spring when I'm selling, coming to the place when I bring it to the swelling. Helen, living in this world, living in the product that it gotta be felt. Won't you talk to me? Cause I be a brother, good man, Mr. C, yeah. Would you break it down? Coming to your higher place and you get it now. Oh, hurt my soul. Coming to the place, gotta get my goal. Coming like a god on the devil will stroll. 666, motherfucker, I'm gone. I want you back, I want you. I want you back, I want you. I want you back, I want you. I want back, I want you. Hey. All right, that's the top of our comedy show. And keep those wonderful hands going for all our comedians to take to the stage. We had to have the Dragulescu. We got Christopher R. Porter. We got Kerstin, Lady of the Lake Porter. We also had the hardest working lady in the game, Carol Newell. And last but not least, the tag team of 2 and 2, boom bang, like the Rocking Gang, Bob and Judy. That's the job on our comedy show. Wow, Joe, tell them where we about to go.
All right, thank you guys all for watching, and you can always watch us on the replay. We're live on Facebook, 9 p.m. Pacific every Tuesday night, or you can find our replay on your podcast apps on Android or Apple, iTunes, Apple. And you can also go to divebarcomedy.com. So we have all of our audio episodes up there. All of our guests tonight have been on before doing real live bar shows, which we miss, and it's fun for a little nostalgia just to listen to those. So go ahead and look up your favorites and check them out. Thanks to our comics, Heather Dragulescu, Christopher R. Porter, Kerstin Porter, and Judy and Bob Nissen. It's not Nissan, it's Nissen. Guys, teamwork makes the dream work. That was a lot of fun to have our first married couple. And thank you to our host, Mr. C, bringing the high energy to the Zoom comedy, and to Carol Newell, who is always right there and keeping our tech support going. If those of you are interested in watching me cut off my hair and hearing me do a little update, I will be live on Facebook on my page, Johanna Petrie, Saturday at 11 a.m. with my scissors ready this Saturday. Because I don't want to wait until my hair is halfway gone before I try to save what's left. I'm just going to do it now.
Chop it off.
So, chop it off.
Tough girl. You're going to do great.
I'm going to be sporting Carol's hair for a couple weeks.
Either way, you're going to look beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you guys all for watching. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting me on my have a GoFundMe page and a meal. What's it called? When they send you food. Meal train. A lot of people signed up they said, we can't really help you in person because we're social distancing, but we'll send you a meal. So I have those starting this coming weekend, and that'll be helpful for all the babysitters and people that I have here, plus my kids and me. So I don't have to be trying to cook while possibly going through blasting diarrhea. That's one of the side effects I read about, and I hope I don't get. I can't get that phrase out of my mind. Anyway, so cross your fingers I don't get blasting diarrhea. But if I do, I'm sure you'll hear all
Is that what the doctor called it?
No, but I did ask my doctor about it, and he kind of almost laughed. But yeah, that was just from the group. I was on a Facebook group kind of researching other people's experience, and this lady said she was blasting diarrhea every 10 to 15 minutes for like 5 days and lost 13 pounds. And this other one said, oh yeah, when I left the house, I had to wear a diaper. I'm like, this is, oh God. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen.
We'll see you Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going to be cutting my hair while blasting diarrhea on Saturday at 11 a.m.
Good thing you do the show from your bathroom.
Well, you know what? I am in my bathroom right. I always do dive bar comedy from my bathroom because it has the best
really?
lighting and the most privacy. So I am in my bathroom right now, and everybody else seems to be sitting at a desk. I find standing up helps with the stand up, you know. So I am standing up throughout the whole show.
Stand up for stand up.
We'll have to
Stand
try
up for
next
stand
time.
up. Yes. All right. It has been super fun, and I hope to see you all back on the show soon. And for all of our watchers, come watch us again next week and every week, Tuesday night at Dive Bar Comedy. Have a good one.
Woo.
Yeah.